Well, Don Mafia, I'm not going to lie to you. I am nervous as all hell. We are about to be going up against the Baltimore Ravens, probably the best team in the NFL so far this year. I mean, realistically, they're 6-point favorites already while the Bills are playing at home. They're putting up about 33.7 points a game, and they're putting up about 39 points when they are away. Right on top of that, they're only allowing about 18.7 points against opposing teams. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Bills, without a doubt, have their hands full. But that doesn't mean that I think that we are going to lose. It doesn't mean that whatsoever. So many media talking heads, several Ravens fans, and even several Bills fans, for the most part, are saying that the Buffalo Bills don't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning this game. And I'm going to sit here and tell you that this game is a lot more winnable than one could imagine. So what I wanted to do, I sort of wanted to dive into this video and sort of talk about, three key ways that the Buffalo Bills can shock the world and beat the Baltimore Ravens this upcoming Sunday. But quick little announcement, don't worry, it's not a brand deal. I just started my very own subreddit. It's r/Don Mafia. What I wanted to do was create a community where the Bills Mafia and the Don Mafia could get together and sort of converse amongst each other. Send me funny ass Bills or NFL memes, send me Bills articles, send me predictions, start a conversation with some other Bills fans. Let that be the community, the page where everyone can gather and have an open discussion about the 2019 season and whatever the hell you want to talk about. And so, but besides that, guys, let's just go on ahead and dive head first right into this video. So realistically, we are hearing so many key matchups, right? So Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen, and the Ravens offense versus the Bills defense, the Bills offense versus the Ravens defense. Ladies and gentlemen, the number one matchup that I really haven't heard a lot of people discuss is Sean McDermott and Leslie Frazier versus Greg Roman. Now, this is not the first time that Sean McDermott has gone up against Greg Roman. In fact, the last time that Sean McDermott went against Greg Roman was when the Carolina Panthers defeated the San Francisco 49ers 10-9 in 2013. During that day, they had Colin Kaepernick, limited him for less than 100 yards passing and only 14 rushing yards, and along with an interception. Completely destroyed Greg Roman's game plan. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think that the Ravens are a little bit better, but the San Francisco 49ers actually made it as far as the NFC Championship that year. So it's clear that Sean McDermott knew how to contain a Greg Roman offense. Now, if that's not enough, Sean McDermott practiced probably against the best rushing quarterbacks within the past 20 to 30 years, between the years of 2009 and 2016, with Michael Vick when he was in Philly, and then with Cam Newton. His entire defense, he went up against them in practice on a week-to-week basis. Just based off of that, on paper, Sean McDermott is probably the only person that can stop Lamar Jackson, at this point at least. And I mean, I know that you're probably going to say, oh, what about Bill Belichick? Well, at the end of the day, Sean McDermott's the only other coach that could stop Lamar Jackson. And I have a feeling that, say that I was a gambling man and were to choose between Sean McDermott and a Greg Roman offense, I would definitely be choosing Sean McDermott any day of the week. So really throughout this week, right, we've been hearing so much about how electric the Ravens offense is, especially when they run the ball. I mean, honestly, let's look at it this way. They have Mark Ingram, who is a very good running back. They have Lamar Jackson, who is just lighting up other teams this year. But then they also have a fullback, one of the few teams that still use a fullback, including the Buffalo Bills, that is an excellent blocker. So the Bills definitely have their hands full. Let's put it that way. And so, but it's funny because nobody is mentioning that the Buffalo Bills rush attack is super similar to the Ravens. So the Ravens are definitely putting up higher numbers, but we are currently 5th in the league for yards per game with the ground attack. 137.9 yards per game. That's between Devin Singletary, Frank Gore, and then, of course, our quarterback, Josh Allen. And right at that point, we're still carrying the ball 4.6 yards per carry. Now, if I was a gambling man, the Bills are going to be a rush-first offense this Sunday. I can guarantee you, because not only would you say that the Ravens are averaging 1+ turnovers per game, mostly in the air, I have a feeling that the Bills are going to run the ball down their throats, try to control the clock, and then beat the Ravens that way by keeping the ball out of their high-powered offense. So now we need to get to the elephant in the room here. How the hell will the Buffalo Bills stop Lamar Jackson? Well, let me tell you what. It's going to be a challenge. He's having an incredible year, and I really don't see us absolutely shutting him down and making him look terrible. He's going to look good. He's a fantastic quarterback, especially once you just look into all of the weapons that he has. That fullback, like I said, he is an incredible blocker that is really making sure that those windows are open, where say that Lamar can't get through his progressions and he can just take off and burn you for 20 to 30 yards. So say that I was Leslie Frazier or Sean McDermott, and this is what I'm thinking that they are going to do, is put so much pressure on Lamar Jackson, the pressure that we put on the other opposing quarterbacks that we have played so far this year will look like it never happened. We need to be in that guy's face from the very first offensive snap by Baltimore. And I think that as long as we continue to send our D-line to get into his face, stuff the run immediately. And so I think that our linebackers are athletic enough to where they can stop Lamar Jackson from busting out a huge 20 to 30 yard run. I don't see many of those coming this Sunday, just of how athletic our linebackers really are. And then once we end up getting with our secondary, I really like our secondary matchups as well, especially with Trey White, most likely going to guard Hollywood Brown, and then with Willie Snead. And I'm fine with Johnson covering him, and then I'm more than fine with Taron Johnson as well being that slot corner to sort of shut down that pass attack as well. If we want to win this game, we need to take the run out of Lamar's hands. In order for us to win this game, we need to take away running the ball from the Baltimore Ravens. We need to absolutely make it a nightmare for them, and then that way we'll be able to really pull it away and shock the world. Well, Don Mafia, I'm not going to lie to you. I am a little nervous about this matchup on Sunday, but I am still very, very confident. You'll see that the entire world is picking the Baltimore Ravens to do exactly what they have been doing to teams these past couple of weeks. And call me crazy, but I really don't see that happening, especially the way that the Buffalo Bills have been playing. I'm not sure whether or not that you guys watched the San Francisco 49ers game last week right against the Ravens. They limited them to only 20 points, I think. Yeah, maybe 20 points. But the San Francisco 49ers have a very similar defensive scheme as the Buffalo Bills. And I have a feeling that Sean McDermott and Leslie Frazier have been glued to their couches watching film on that game over and over and over again. Now, for you Ravens fans that were destroying my comment section, destroying my mentions on Twitter, if you think that this is about to be a blowout, then you are sorely mistaken. You are sorely, sorely mistaken. This is going to be a very, very low-scoring game, and I wouldn't be surprised if the winner is determined by one single point. Trust me, this game is about to be super exciting to watch. Win or lose, you best believe I'm going to be glued to that television and just doing my thing. I really think we have a chance here, guys. I really think that we have a chance to go 10-3, and I am so happy that we are even in this position in the first place. Besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in to yet another edition of the Don Mafia Report. Say that you're new here, smash the subscribe button, like this video. You don't need to be a Buffalo Bills fan, but say that you're an opposing team's fan, still subscribe. And so I'm going to start putting out regular NFL content as well, so I'll start to have things that are appealing to all audiences, so definitely join the family. Hit me with a comment with the score prediction. Really want to hear your opinion on that. But besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in yet again, and above all else, let's go Buffalo.